Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia and today we will be looking at a revamp of an old costume that I made back in high school. I wanted to make a fairy costume, but I didn't want to make a pretty cutesy flower type fairy or anything. I wanted to make a creepy goth fairy. So I came up with this concept and I called it a graveyard fairy. Basically the idea behind it is that the graveyard fairy was part of the night court and it sort of lived in cemeteries and it would help souls cross to the other side, or if the soul didn't want to cross to the other side, it would scare the crap out of you. Hello, Jack. Meow. And then if the soul didn't want to cross to the other side, the graveyard fairy would eat them. I always kind of liked coming up with original characters and then coming up with backstories for these characters. When I decided I wanted a cool goth fairy, I knew I wanted a story. In case anyone asks me, well, what are you? I'd be like, well, I'm a graveyard fairy. What's that? Well, let me tell you, I've got a story. Not that anyone asked or really cared. It was my second ever sewing project, and I mean, technique-wise, it was pretty good. I was super proud of it, for one. I thought it could be better. I thought it could look cooler. It definitely didn't, again, turn out the way I wanted. It was also technically filmed last year. My graveyard fairy costume revamp was originally actually going to be my first video, but instead I got a crash course in learning how to film. That my camera was a piece of crap. But the thing is, I still have all this footage. I still want to do something with all this footage, so here we are. So for this part, a lot of the tutorials I looked up on how to make a tattered dress or a tattered skirt suggested taking a sheet of fabric and turning it into strips. So I went to the thrift store, grabbed a sheet, and started ripping it into strips, with the idea of that you attach it to a waistband and you can wrap it around. That's what'll make your tattered skirt. I purchased a skirt thinking I'll just add the strips to that and, you know, it'll give me like different colors and that's how that'll work. It didn't quite turn out that well, but I mean, this part was kind of fun, so. And then for the edge of the strips, I wanted it to look a little neater, a little more finished. So I just did like a really loose, wide stitch along the edges just to stop them from fraying. Because even though I wanted it to look, you know, tattered and messy, I didn't want it to look, I guess, unpolished. So here I'm just sewing the edges, and oh my god, this took forever. So long. So many bobbin issues. It took way longer than it should have, as anyone with a sewing machine would probably know that, yeah, it sucks. So this is the strip that I was going to use as the waistband. As I'm watching this, I really realized that I probably shouldn't have done it this way. It also doesn't look like I overlap my strips either, which gave it a weird gapped sort of look. You'll see when I show you the actual skirt. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. This was not a good idea. Again, I'll probably want to make like a 3.0 version of this costume and fix all that. And then here I'm sewing it to the skirt. Another thing I didn't keep in mind was the fact that the skirt had an elastic waistband. And when you sew something to an elastic waistband that is not an elastic, it basically renders the elastic waistband useless. So that wasn't fun to discover, but at this point I'd really committed and I just couldn't go back at this point, so I just had to leave it as is. And obviously it was too long. I wanted it to go just past my knees, so I had sort of measured where the waistband sat
to the length I wanted and then fiddled like crazy with this before finally cutting it. And unfortunately it was still too short. And did not look all that flattering. I wasn't very happy with it. But, oh well, I have all this leftover fabric. I can always try again. Would definitely remake the skirt a little bit different. So yeah, as you can see, there's those gross gaps and stuff from not doing it properly. And then for the sleeves, I bought a blouse and I was gonna do like a little slit, a little gap in the upper arm section and in the forearms. I kind of measured, I also kind of just wung it. It's not that great. When I finally put the shirt on and you can see the two different gaps, I decided I didn't actually like them being disconnected in the middle, ultimately because the piece of fabric holding or separating the two slits together just looked awful. It didn't work. I didn't even measure them to see if they matched, I don't think. I just went, okay, this is this side and this is the other side, and it did not turn out well. Although I didn't completely ruin the shirt, so I guess there's something to be said for that. Man, the amount of fiddling, like, you can tell I'm not confident in just wrecking clothes that I've bought from the thrift store, which is dumb. I probably paid like $4 for this shirt. And as much as I love rotary cutters, they're a little difficult to work with for me. So here's the shirt. Yeah, I didn't love the sleeves. So ultimately I just got rid of that little strip in the middle. I'm like, nah, this doesn't need to be here. So yeah, that was that. And then here's the skirt when I discovered the elastic problem and also realized it was too short and looked nothing like what I wanted. But oh well, it was like...
So, for this look, accessories wise, now since I had made this costume for Halloween, I have worn it already. This time we're going to put in a little bit more effort, and I'm going to show you some of the options that I have. For the hair, I thought about different colors. I didn't really want to buy a new wig though, I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I just used this really nice silver wig that I already had for a gender bent dark link costume that I made. So, and it's really pretty, and it's one of my favorite wigs. This is actually like the first wig I ever bought, so I'm actually quite attached to this one. So yeah, so we're gonna use that, and I figured since it's a fairy look we need some pointed ears. So I have two different kinds. Honestly, I should probably just replace these because they have been painted and beat up so much that, yeah. But I'm kind of digging like these ones. I got them last year, I think, and I haven't actually worn them yet. I mean, they're a little paler than my natural skin tone, but I figure that's okay because for this outfit I want to look really pale anyway. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to wear a necklace with it. If I do, I was thinking of using this one. It's got a rune. Now I've also got this really pretty necklace. It's a little busy for what I have in mind, so I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to wear it. Just because, like, if it's black on black, you're not really going to see any of, like, the details in the lace. And this is, like, one of my favorite necklaces. I don't wear it a lot because it's very elaborate. And for the hair, I got this garland. Don't love it. Don't hate it. I didn't want something, like, super fancy because I think in the accessories section they were too big. They were too elaborate, and I didn't want the costume to be kind of simple. I didn't want anything too over the top, but I did remember that I have these really cool things that, like, you can either wear them forward, although I guess it doesn't quite work with my asymmetrical haircut. You can wear them in the front, or you can wear them in the back as well. And I forgot I had these. I have this one that's got some red in it, so it's probably not going to look good with the green necklace if I pair those ones together. And we've also got this one, which is a little more simple. Doesn't have any color. So that might work as well, but it also might get lost in the wig. We're not sure yet. Now the best part, I still have the original wings that I first used for this costume, which was kind of like the whole inspiration in the first part. They don't stay up as much as I would like. I would kind of hope to maybe remake my own pair with stronger wires so they hold their shape better. Welcome back. As you can see, I've got my contacts in and my wig cap on. So we're gonna quickly throw on the makeup. The idea is pale, kind of dead looking, but I'm gonna try and not go too over the top with the eyes, maybe. Or I might just say to hell with it and go camp anyway. Either way, to try and prevent me going ham on the eyes, I am actually going to do foundation first. So moving on to foundation. Well, you never realize how dark your under eyes are until you're looking up close in a mirror. Alright, now that I'm happy with that, I am actually going to try and contour first, just so then that way I can kind of see the face shape I'm going for before I do the eyes. Now because I'm going for more ghoulish look, I'm not going to use like typical contour stuff. In fact, I'm actually going to use some costume makeup that I have just to help with that like dead look that I'm going for. So use one of my throwaway brushes so I don't ruin my nice ones. Oh lordy! Little goes a long way apparently. God, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. We're just gonna cover that in foundation. It looks so much better in camera, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm trying to go for gaunt, dead looking, but not too over the top. Trying. There we go. Nice and subtle. Alright, digging the gaunt look here. It's subtle, trying to keep it at this level. So we're gonna stop there for now and move on to everything else. Oh wow, it's been a while since I've used my old brushes because they're all designated for like costumes so I can trash them. Wow, my regular brushes feel way nicer on my face. This was like stabbing myself with like, I don't know, something uncomfortable. Priming eyelids. Not that I'm going anywhere. So remember how I said we weren't going to go ham with the eyes? Well, we lied. A little bit. I'm going to try and just soften that up just a bit. Now, I'm wondering if I should do a completely different shade for the lids, if at all. I feel like I need something there. I don't have a ton of options though. blue that helped the contacts, red, pink, no. Oh wait, I've got a dark red, that could work. We'll go light, very light. It's really pink. That is not the color I thought that was going to be, but you know what? We'll try and make it work. We'll just blend it out with the brush that I used black and stuff on. So we're going to try and very, very gently add black. The only way I feel like we're going to fix this is just with a lot of eyeliner. I mean, I don't dislike it. I'm going for, you know, otherworldly. I do need false eyelashes, I think. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to do the snap thing. Somehow I've made this pretty. And I'm not sure how. It's got to be the eyelashes. So we're going to throw on some eyeliner, do eyebrows, and then put everything together. You need like a little something on the bottom, but something to suddenly make this look less pretty. How did we end up here? Maybe we'll just put a little bit of black. Can I do just a little bit of black? Honestly, no. We're gonna try. I've also somehow made my eyes look droopy. That's okay. That is okay. We're not human. Alright, I've got a silver eyeliner pencil for my eyebrows because I have a silver wig. This will look funny in about 2 seconds. Last thing is lips, and I'm planning on using a dark gray on the lips. Alright, last, I'm just going to throw across the floor some red gel eyeliner. We're just going to have a little fun with that. There we go. That looks a little more creepy. Alright, there's the wig. Ooh. Oh, we like that. Alright, next up is the outfit. That's a